Hello everyone! So after playing through several years on my forest farm, I started to really see the value of having lots of pigs. I was up to over 100,000 gold every single day after just a few short years. So that gave me the idea to turn this big old farm space into lots of barns and therefore lots of pigs. So in this video that is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to cram in as many barns as I can conceivably fit to get as many pigs producing as many truffles as possible. I think with this much real estate I should be able to get a whole bunch of barns. Obviously I'm going to have to clear some stuff and move some things around, but that's okay. This whole thing will soon be truffles. First things first, I'm going to remove a few sprinklers because my first barn is going right up in this corner. Now unfortunately I cannot do any barn or pig stuff on Mondays or Tuesdays, so I'm going to skip ahead to Wednesday. Most of this video is in fact just going to be playing through a lot of time, skipping through so barns are built and completed. Luckily you guys don't have to watch that. So here it is, the first of many barns. Of course it still needs 2 upgrades to accommodate 12 pigs, so at that rate it'll be about 1 barn per week, or 16 barns per year. And yes, this video is going to have to span many years to make it work. So 3 days later the barn is done, still needs 2 upgrades obviously. Now 1 week from when I started the barn it is now complete, fully upgraded and ready for pigs. I'm not, however, going to put pigs in it yet. I'm going to wait till all my barns are there and ready for pigs. It's just faster for me time-wise that way. I'm about to do my final upgrade on my 3rd barn, and I'm just getting rid of my last other animal structure. The rest of my field is now pretty well ready to go, aside from a few sprinklers. I've just now started construction on my 4th barn. I've left 4 spaces in between these ones, but overall I think I'm going to leave a mere 3 spaces. I think that should give them enough room to find the truffles they need to find. I'm a little unsure of this. There's going to be a little bit of trial and error involved. In theory, 12 pigs should find 12 truffles the way I'm going to do it, so they should need at least 12 spaces. If I leave 3 spaces between the barns, that should give them 21 spaces to work with. Like I said, not entirely sure if that's going to work out or not. We'll see in the future. I suspect a few of you, as I move along through this, are wondering why I'm not currently filling my barns with pigs. They could, 1, be eating this grass and keeping it at bay, and 2, getting a little happier each day they do that. Well, that's true, they would accomplish both those things, but in the current version of the game, as the pigs get happier and happier, they actually stop producing truffles if they get too happy. And given the amount of time this is going to take, by the time I was ready to start doing my truffles, they would not be producing anymore, they would just be too happy. So that is why I don't currently have any pigs. Alright, I'm now up to 25 barns, which can accommodate 300 pigs. In saying that, that's as far as I'm going to go for now, because this is actually a really slow and painful process. And 300 pigs will still make me a lot of money. And I still have yet to fill these barns with the pigs, and that's going to cost me almost 5 million gold as it is, so I'm going to need to recuperate some of that money before I go ahead any further with this. Now that Marnie's is open, I'm going to start the painful process of filling each and every one of these barns with pigs. Of course they take 10 days to grow, there's lots of grass in my field, they're just going to eat that for the time being until they're all growed up. Fun fact, it takes almost an hour to buy 300 pigs. And I'm not talking about a game time hour, I'm talking about a real time hour. So in saying that, I'm going straight to bed with this day. I'm not going to interact with the pigs because I'm really scared of the game actually crashing. So, off to bed for me. So far so good. Today it's raining so the pigs won't come out of their barns, so I'm just going to go ahead and leave them in there. First sunny day, they're going to come out and start eating. I do need to pay attention to how much grass they're eating though. There are 300 of them, so they will probably eat most of it pretty quick. I do have more grass starter. I can build a silo if needed to get them fed. One thing I am going to have to pay attention to is how much grass they're eating. Obviously there are 300 of them, so they're going to eat a lot of grass every day. So if I have to, I can plant more grass starter, I can use my silos, I can do whatever to keep them fed, because if they're not fed, they won't grow up quickly and they won't produce truffles, which is the whole point. It takes them 10 days to grow up if they are fed, so we'll skip ahead a little bit. The last day of summer is actually the first nice day I've had, so the pigs can finally come out and get themselves fed. Hopefully the game doesn't crash and it can handle 300 pigs at once. All the pigs are out of their barns, there seem to be no problems so far, the game seems to be working just fine. This is a lot of pigs. In case you're wondering about my big pigs right here that are finding a few truffles already, they are left over from my old farm before I started all this. I had half a barn left over, so there's already half a barn of big pigs. Anyways, time to skip ahead a few more days to see what happens. So far so good. We are now into fall. It is the 5th today. It should only be a few more days before they're all full grown. However, I need to actually play through some of the days so that they'll actually eat, and then when they're full grown in a few days they will actually produce truffles, so on to that. I have just started a second silo. I actually need two because one can only feed 240 pigs a day, so I need two full silos to feed these guys every day if they're not outside eating grass. I've just bought 5,000 hay. That sounds like a lot, but it's really only enough for about half a season with all these pigs. So it took until the 14th of fall for all my pigs to grow up. So today should be the first full day of truffles, provided they've all been fed. So the best way to harvest truffles at this point is to wait till after 5 o'clock when they've all gone back into their barns, because trying to navigate these idiots is a goddamn nightmare. I'm definitely hearing a lot of truffles popping up though, so that's a good sign. I'm simply going to sit on my porch and wait till they all go to bed. Already it is 7 p.m. and apparently with this many pigs they don't like to go to bed, so I'm just going to have to navigate through them and see how many truffles I got. I'm currently looking at a total of 306 truffles for the day. I'm not even entirely sure I got them all yet. There's another one there. So it looks like we're looking at 308 total for the day, so let's see how much those are worth. They are worth 385,000 gold. There's the breakdown of them. They're worth 1,250 gold each in case you were curious. That's not bad for one day of picking up truffles. Today it's raining, so they won't come out and produce any truffles, so I simply need to fill my silos with hay. Hopefully they work correctly. I know there's been a problem with this before, so as long as they are fed properly they will produce me truffles tomorrow, and I will see what one real day of truffles gets me. So far I'm hearing a few truffles, so they are at least producing some. I'm not sure how many. They might be a little disgruntled after their rainy day yesterday. Again, I'm just going to wait till the end of the day and then collect them all and see where we're at. 4:30 p.m. and I'm actually going to start collecting my truffles right now because it takes a long time to get them all. So less truffles today, only 211 that I could find. They are still slowly producing even this late. A few turned up at about 9 o'clock. Anyways, let's take a look to see what these are worth. There's one more right there. And we're looking at 266,000 gold. 213 truffles total for the day. That's probably closer to average. If they were a little bit happier, they would find a few more truffles. Obviously, they're sitting at less than 1 heart. Let's take a look at one more day to make sure we get a good average. I hear a lot of truffles so far, so I think today is going to be a good day. So this is obviously a really good way of making money. The pigs and truffles might actually be the most profitable way of making money. I'm not entirely sure yet, but I suspect it is. In saying that, my total investment for these pigs so far is somewhere in the neighborhood of 6 million for the barns and pigs and supplies. If you include the gold clock, which I bought, that would... Even at $16 million invested, it would only take me 53 days to make my money back at this rate, so that's really worth the investment. All I gotta do is pick up truffles. And once the pig bug gets fixed, the one that prevents them from producing truffles when they're at 5 hearts happiness, they'll be worth even more because every pig I think can find up to a total of 4 truffles potentially, so I could be finding 3 or 4 times as many as I am now, and that would just be ridiculous money. Anyways, I'm just going to sit back now till 4:30 again and let the pigs do their thing. At that point I'll run around and try and find them all. They are kind of hard to see against the grass. That's one of the downsides of having so much grass. 4:30, so that means it's truffle time. They're still going pretty strong with their production, so it should be a good day. I'm up to 220 for the day. I know there's a few more out there, I just can't find them. Occasionally I find one hiding in the grass, and the pigs are still producing them ever so slowly, so I'll see if I can find a few more before the night ends. It's about 11:30. That is 223 truffles. That's as many as I'm going to find. 224 rather. Simply because I'm pretty much out of time and need to go to bed. Those are worth an even 280,000 gold. So, like I said, if they were even just half a heart, 1 heart happiness, they would produce even more truffles and even more money. As it is, I think I'm going to average about 300,000 gold per day, given my first day and the following 2, and the pigs are only going to get happier as they go, because they like eating grass outside. Anyways, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you liked it. If you haven't already, check out my channel. Lots of other videos like this in there somewhere. Take a look. And if anyone out there has any cool ideas of more videos I could do on Stardew Valley or even other games, please let me know. I've got a few more good ideas still, but I can't come up with everything all by myself, so let me know, throw it in the comments, send me a message, whatever. I think I am going to start doing some Skyrim videos alongside the Stardew Valley ones. That should not take away from the Stardew Valley videos I'm doing currently. I'm just going to try and squeeze them in somewhere occasionally and see how that goes. As always, thanks for watching.